Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Francesa Five for week number 3 in the National Football League. We'll also sprinkle in a couple of college games and make it 5 for the weekend right here on the Bet Rivers Network. Now, a couple things first. The Mike Francesa newsletter, sign up for the free Mike Francesa newsletter. You'll get exclusive content, contests, and all other little goodies. Go to the MikeFrancesAPodcast.com. Sign up again, absolutely free. Just sign up and away you go. Bet Rivers Football Squares. We tell you about them all the time. And you know what? Add a little excitement, spice up things a little bit for you. Players who place a qualifying same game parlay of at least $10 or more on eligible NFL and NCAA football games will receive one standard entry into the weekly Squares game. You can get more. The wager's a little larger, you get more. Winning standard squares will be awarded a prize of a $20 bonus bet. See app and website for all the details. Now, here we go. Week 3 in the National Football League. We'll get to that in a second. I had to whittle it down to 3. I had a lot of games this week that I was looking at. First 2 college games. Number 1, Auburn, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's a 6.5-point choice. I think Oklahoma and what I've seen from them and from their quarterback, John Mateer, is going to match up well with Auburn. I think there'll be points aplenty in this game. I think Oklahoma will have a very good day, especially in the air. Give me Oklahoma minus 6.5. Now, that minus 6.5 is the only favorite I'm going to take in the Francesa Five this week. I have 1 dog in college and 3 dogs in the NFL. Now, here we go. I have been on Purdue a couple of times already this year. They lost last week to USC, but they covered. They actually threw the ball well. They did turn it over 3 times. They were minus 3 in turnovers. They lost the game by 16 points. They were getting 20.5. This week, they're even a bigger dog, and I'm going with Purdue plus 25.5 in their rivalry with Notre Dame. Now, a couple of reasons. Number 1, Notre Dame lost a heartbreaker last week to fall to 0-2. That's going to mean that their playoff hopes are, for the most part, completely dashed. It will take a miracle to get them in the postseason, and it will take something that hasn't happened yet, a 2-loss team. Now, they don't have a lot of tough games left on the schedule by a standpoint of what we would expect. But the coaching staff there is going to have to pick the Irish off the ground now. They're going to have to really get those chins up, and it won't happen in 1 week because that loss last week in the final seconds was crushing to Texas A&M. The way they lost, the kind of game they lost, and the fact that they've now lost back-to-back games and added to last year's championship game, they've now lost 3 straight games. They will win on Saturday, but they will find a far different Purdue team than they found last year. Last year, the Irish stormed into West Lafayette, where Purdue was a disaster, and beat them 66-7. Purdue hasn't forgotten that. They're a different team this year, and they can move the football, and they can move it well. And I like them getting 25.5 points. Do I think they'll win the game outright? I do not. Notre Dame will run it. They'll make some plays. They'll win the game. But they're getting 25.5. So even if this is a blowout, Purdue with their passing attack will remain in this game. And I think getting 25.5, they will put up a much better fight, be motivated to make this rivalry far more competitive than it has been recently, especially last year. I've been on Purdue, like I said, successfully every time this year. I will stay with them until they fail me. Give me Purdue plus a bundle, plus 25.5 to keep it close against the Irish. And you have plenty of room for close and plenty of margin to get inside the number when you're getting 25.5 points with a team that can throw the football for 3 and 350 on a regular occasion. Now, to the NFL. Remember, the NFL has a lot of change this week because you got a lot of quarterbacks hurt. You got iffy quarterbacks. You got a lot of injuries around the league, and you got quarterbacks who are definitely out. Now, My first game is one where the quarterback is out, and I actually think in the short term, he might be a better fit for the squad than the starter. And I'm talking about Taylor stepping in for Fields. Tyrod Taylor is one of the best backup quarterbacks in the sport. The problem is he can give you a lift for a couple of weeks, and he will move the football and he will move it both ways. But he always winds up getting banged up. He takes a lot of tough hits, and that's always been the case. I think the Jets will play well. They are on the road against 2-0 Tampa. Tampa has won 2 games from behind thanks to the play of Baker Mayfield. They came down the field when they were trailing against Atlanta, put the ball in the end zone in the final minute, and then withstood Atlanta coming back to try and push the game into overtime with a game-tying field goal and missing it. That was week 1. Week 2, you saw them the other night against the Houston Texans run the ball very well, and then you saw them come down the field again in the final seconds and win the game again from behind. They've done it 2 straight weeks. This week, they're favored by a touchdown. I think this game will be much closer than that. I don't know if the Jets will win it, but I think they'll be in it every step of the way. Give me the Jets +7, game number 1. Game number 2, the Falcons coming off a very solid performance against the Vikings on the road again this week against the 0-2 Carolina Panthers. I think the Falcons' defense, young, is growing. I think their running game will be there. Penix has got still a lot of growing pains to go through. He's got a lot of things he has to deal with. He doesn't utilize all the weapons yet. They are comfortable winning these games as he kind of learns the ropes here in the NFL. He's only had 5 starts, remember. Carolina is still a losing proposition, but their quarterback wants to show you that he's got the ability to move the team, to get the team into the end zone. He showed that late last year. He has shown it in bits and pieces so far this year. Give me Carolina +6. Again, this game, I think, comes down to a late field goal. I also think a backdoor cover is not impossible here. Give me Carolina at home +6. I think the line's too high against the Falcons. I wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons win. They're the better team, but I think 6 points is too many. Give me Carolina +6. Game number 3, and this is the second straight week I'm going with them. I went with the Giants last week against the Cowboys. They lost the heartbreaker, as we all know, but they covered the point spread. It was really never in doubt. Now they're getting 6.5 on Sunday night as they welcome in the 0-2 Chiefs. The Chiefs haven't been 0-2 since 2014. But if you look at the Chiefs right now, and I don't expect the Chiefs to go to 0-3, but you'd have to be blind not to see the Chiefs' problems. They can't run the football right now. The only one running it is Mahomes. They can't get the football down the field with any regularity. The Mahomes-Kelsey magic is a thing of the past. The Chiefs' offense being explosive is a thing of the past. The Chiefs, banged up on defense, will yield a couple of big plays here. I don't think this will be an outrageously high-scoring game. I think, again, a backdoor cover could be in play here. But either way, I think the Giants are a good proposition at 6.5. I do not think the Giants will beat the Chiefs. But getting 6.5, I think the game is close. And Kansas City has real issues with this offense and will until they get Rice and Worthy back. And Rice isn't back till game 7. And Worthy, I don't know what week he's coming back yet, but they struggle to get the ball to Thornton. They struggle to get the ball down the field. They are not getting any running game except for Mahomes running for his life. And Kansas City, there's a lot of things they have to deal with right now. They're still the Chiefs. That means Andy Reid. That means Mahomes. That means Jones. That means a terrific clutch kicker. That means some real good defenders. That means a terrific defensive coordinator. We all know what the Chiefs are about. But they are showing that they are no longer the dynasty they had built. The dynasty is fraying not just at the edges. It is fraying in a lot of places. And they're going to win games. When they do, they're going to win them close. Giants are improved. Their schedule is brutal. It's not going to get a lot better in the weeks to come because they still have, after this, the Chargers. Then after a game they can win against the Saints, they have the Eagles, then Denver, then the Eagles, then the Niners, the Packers, Detroit, all that coming up in the first 10 games of the season. Brutal schedule, unfair schedule, one that will cost them a lot of games, but they are an improved team. Give me the Giants plus 6.5. So the Francesa Five, Oklahoma minus 6.5, Purdue plus 25.5, Jets plus, Panthers plus, Giants plus, Football 5, week number 3. Good luck.